I've got 2 tickets to paradise. Won't you pack your bags, we'll leave tonight. I've got 2 tickets to paradise. I've got...
Hey everyone, this is me, the Undead Viking. I'm taking a little break from working on some of the reviews that I've been doing lately, just to do this quick little blog for you because it's really important, and it's about a contest where you guys and girls out there can win some fabulous prizes. Alright, so this is Halloween month. This is October. As you grow older, you realize, December was always my favorite month of the year because not only was my birthday in December, but also Christmas, and my birthday was far enough away from Christmas, so I didn't kind of get shortchanged on the gifts, you know, if you will. So it was kind of cool. Like, I remember, like, my birthday's the 10th of December, and so I remember one year, I got, like, 30 Star Wars figures. Like, my mom got me this big box, and inside this big box, each of the Star Wars figures was individually wrapped. Like, and when I got older, I realized that I comprehended the amount of time my mother put into that. But, it was super awesome. I got all those figures, and it was really, really cool. And then, the cool thing, like, later is, like, then Christmas came, and I remember I got the AT-AT and the snow speeder, so I, like, had, anyway, so that's why I like December. That has nothing to do with what I'm talking about, but sorry, I'm getting off track here. But as I grow older, like, Halloween just always became a more exciting time for me, because obviously when you're older, Halloween kind of turns into a party night when you're in your 20s, and on into my 30s. One of my best dates ever with my wife happened right as we started dating, and like we went out for Halloween. That was like a great time. So it's kind of special to us. And then like also now with my kids, I just love taking them out trick-or-treating, and like that whole process. They're so excited to get all that candy, and so it's just lots of great memories. So, and Halloween, of course, is the spooky holiday, like all kinds of crazy ghost stories and what have you. And yeah, it does get kind of spooky, like late at night when you're walking, like those very last few houses, and there aren't a lot of kids out, and everybody's house is kind of lit up with the jack-o'-lanterns outside, and it's just if it's one of those really like still nights, it can be, rather spooky. So, and I dig that. I dig kind of being freaked out a little bit, and that's why I really, really love good ghost stories. And I'm not talking about like, and then he said there was a hook for a hand, no, not that one, because we've all heard that one 1,000 times. I'm talking about like that story you heard from your friend who said their grandmother, like, saw like, the guy in the Confederate Army soldier, walk by in the hallway or something like that. Stuff that's just feels real enough that it could possibly be true. Now, I don't believe in ghosts. I guess I just don't think that, whatever lies beyond us, after we leave the earth, I just wouldn't think of any reason why we'd want to hang out here. It'd be really boring, right? So, I do think, though, that our minds have this wonderful ability to create crazy, fanciful stuff out of nothing. And spook the CRAP out of us if we allow them to. And so that's why I really, really like a good ghost story. Now, where am I going with all of this? Alright, so here's the deal. If you watch my videos, or you stumble upon my videos, or you followed me for the last near 9-10 years or whatever, you may or may not know that we have a weekly show called The Weekly Alaboom. It's always on every Wednesday night. We've missed a few, but not very many. We kind of do one every single week. And it starts up around 9 Central, and we just talk. We talk about stuff going on in the world. We talk about stuff in games. We talk about pop culture. We talk about anything that happens to be going on at that time that we feel is prescient and in our minds. And so we've actually decided, there's the 4 of us, myself, Barry Reynolds from A Gateway Gamer, Anthony Ricano from The Cardboard Jungle, and the professional hanger-on, Keith Collins. We've kind of slowly started becoming, I dare I say, having some structure to the show, and we're beginning to actually come up with ideas to actually do something more than just have some people hanging out and talking about stuff. So our goal with this is that we're going to have a best ghost story contest. Okay, so here's the deal. We want people to send us their ghost stories. You know, like, you just tell us the story as it happened, as you remember it, as somebody told it to you, and just... And it'd be great if there were a personal account, you know, something like that, but it could be just something you read. It could be something that, like I said, somebody related to you or whatever. And we want you to send those to, now remember this, theweeklyalaboom@gmail.com. That is TheweeklyAlaboom @gmail.com. What we'd like you to do is like write out the ghost story to the fullest extent you possibly can. We'd like you to list off who you would like to narrate the story. It's possible that David Lowery will be on. It's possible that Travis Chance will be on. So you can definitely list off whoever you'd like to. Oh, Jim Felly, of course, as well. I always forget Jim. Sorry, Jim. So if you list off the people who you'd like to narrate the story in some way, go ahead. If you don't, that's fine. We'll just pick somebody. It'll be okay. And around, like, on the 26th of October, we're going to have our live show, and we're going to read those online at 10 o'clock. Now, so what are the prizes? Okay, so here's the cool thing. So what we're going to do then is after we read them all, we're going to put up on our Facebook page, The Weekly Alaboom, and you can find the rules there as well. Just type in The Weekly Alaboom to Facebook, you'll find it. On there, we will have a poll, and we'll invite people to say, hey, and we'll post like the video for the hangout, and we'll say, hey, the stories start at this time, and they go to this, so you can find the stories, and we'll list them off in order. We ask that you listen to those, and then you vote for whoever you think is the best one. All right, so if your story is picked as the #1 story by the people out there, here's the prize, and this is a crazy prize. So Barry purchased 2 tickets to Paradise, 2 tickets to BGG.CON for this year. Unfortunately, due to family and health problems, he is unable to attend. He doesn't have a hotel room for you, okay? So here's the deal. You're going to get both tickets. You get both tickets. There is a waiting list a mile long for those tickets over at BGG, like as far as being able to register. Those people... so worst case scenario, let's say you win and you get the 2 tickets and you can't find a place to stay. You can't find lodging. You can't figure out where you want to stay. At the absolute worst, you could take those 2 tickets and you can't scalp them. You can't make more money, but you can transfer them for full ticket price over to whoever is there. So you can get a couple $100 and you can use that to spend it on whatever you want. Theoretically, more games and what have you. So worst case scenario, even if you can't attend, you're going to get that. Now, one other prize that's going to happen, as long as you enter, I don't care if it's like, you have to like try. You can't send me a 1-word line that says, I saw a ghost when I was 5. That's not going to work. You have to enter, and if we read your submission online, if we read it, all of those people that we read your submission, and it is one that is being voted on, all the people other than the first place winner will throw a name into a hat. We'll draw it. Theoretically, we'll do it live. We'll draw it, and that person is going to win a box full of games from Tasty Minstrel Games, who, as you know, I am employed by, and they sponsor the Weekly Alaboom and my channel. So you will get like a big box of stuff, from TMG. So and we've got lots of cool, awesome games, and so it's free stuff, right? Free games. So as long as you enter, you have a chance at winning that, and you have a chance of going to BGG.CON. So pretty cool, right? So here's the deal. Once again, just going over the rules. Go to your computer or whatever, type up your ghost story. You know, like when you were a kid and you were walking home and at dusk and you could have sworn you saw a like spooky clown, you know, walking in the bushes, you know, following you home or something like that, and how much it scared the crap out of you. Or you know, you were you know, you woke up at 3 o'clock in the morning, you saw a dark shadowy figure in your corner. You know, stuff like that, that like, you know, maybe isn't really a ghost or whatever, but just something that happened to you in your life that was spooky, or you heard a story that was spooky or that freaked you out. Send that to theweeklyalaboom@gmail.com. We need those entries before, like basically before 9 p.m. Central on the 26th of October. So we don't have a lot of time. You got like 10 days. We will read those online. We will vote. And then the winner gets the BGG passes, 2 of them, 2 passes. And you will be entered into the drawing for a big giant box of games from TMG. So there you go. That is the first ever Alaboom contest. Thank you very much for taking the time to listen to me ramble a little bit and tell a few stories. I apologize for how long this has been, but just hopefully, like I said, just and I'll put this information down in the notes on the YouTube video as well, so you can check that out. But there you go. If you have any questions about the contest, you can absolutely hit me up on Twitter, on Facebook, on my YouTube comments, or whatever, however you want to roll. I will be more than happy to try to delineate it or explain it better. And if you have like, if you have any questions as far as what the content should be or anything like that, I mean, we don't want to have like anything really blatantly, you know, family friendly. Let's go like PG-13, okay? Like you know, we don't want to like dip our toes into anything mature or anything like that. So PG-13 stories. If it's got a little bit of like spooky violence or something like that, that's fine. We can water it down a little bit. We can edit a little bit, and we will edit some stuff too, obviously, if it just doesn't seem to be right for the audience. But all right, so there you go. Submit those. Please watch the Weekly Alaboom if you don't already. If you can't watch it live, you can absolutely watch it after the fact on my YouTube channel. I know a lot of you do, and I really appreciate those of you that do. I mean, we do it for fun. We don't really do it to gain a big audience. And I'm kind of tentatively worried about like kind of stepping our toes into this whole contest and promotional thing that we do. But you know, it's one of those things where I think this will be fun, and I want to at least do this every year. And I think what I'll do is I will you know, next year I will do the same thing. I will like personally purchase 2 extra tickets to, or I'll, you know, see if I can get Scott Alden to donate them. And then we can go that route. But anyway, thank you very much for your time. Write those up, submit them. I can't wait to read those. And yeah, take it easy and take care of yourself. And until next time, I'm the Undead Viking. And I'm telling you to have yourself one heck of an awesome day. All right, bye-bye.